more accurate down the field that did not allow the goalie to get it, and they did get the recovery.
Here's Roby again, trying to get onto
multiple steals per play.
This time the home team has to defend on their side of the pitch. A setup on the shot, but the goalie's got it, and he'll send it back away.
Oh, and that's unfortunate. The team down by 2 misses on that breakaway here. There's still a lot of game left here, as you see, 3:40 on the game clock. So they've got time to play. And
interesting
again,
move there by Jay. Taking it to the other side with no teammate there. Not sure what he was thinking there.
Yeah, brave to think about that. They're definitely going for this like deep kick strategy, hoping to find someone to recover.
Dud going to have to defend here. Shot going just to the right, misses out, and a pass back into the middle of the pitch. Somewhat even here, and both teams have just been kind of clumping the ball. Not a lot of setups for passes thus far. Hard to get that teamwork going perfectly.
Yeah, a little too much clumping happening. We can hear the contestants behind us.
Good slide, though.
Getting pretty pumped back there. We're seeing a lot of yelling for the strategy.
They're into it. They're definitely into it. Loving the energy.
Absolutely. It is an exciting and intense one here. I know Super League Soccer brings the competition a little more fierce in a different way than we just saw.
Chance for a goal here. Death Eagle. Oh, save. That's very nice from Ansarel.
The goalie, always an important player here. A big cheer from the players. He knows that was a big, important one to catch.
Oh, maybe another chance? No. Pass back up. Icy is set up for it. No one here to defend but the goalie. Here. It's a one-on-one for this shot. Can he get it through? Misses.
Wide.
The twitch.
The twitch, I know. Playing it like a first-person shooter here.
I like the fake-out attempt, though. Looked like he was going into the right side of the goal. Went left instead. Doesn't work out, but they still have a good offense going here on you.
Definitely. Looks like the away team is definitely in the advantage here. Let's see. There's still 2 minutes left, though. They can still turn it around. A goal can happen in 10 seconds.
Shafe sends it up to Anonymous Lon. Middle of the pitch, trying to find a person to pass to, but no one's open in time, and Icy's on the offensive.
Oh, here we go.
Still has the ball. Another chance for a goal. Passes.
Nice pass.
Oh, he's on it. Trying to find the goal and knocks it away. Repossession from the green team, but it's just going back and forth, and the goalkeeper sends it back down the middle.
Man. The home team got to give a break to their goalie.
I know, really relying on that here.
Whoa,
that was beautiful.
Shot from the Death Eagle.
Absolutely, the one-on-one with the goalie. Not a chance there. Death Eagle has shown he has come to play today. He is an incredibly strong competitor.
As these few minutes have continued, we've seen the players, I think, doing a better job of setting each other up for passes. That was Shafe on the setup there for Death Eagle to get the goal.
Absolutely. We're seeing more of a spread formation here, playing a proper offense and defense, and that's going to pay off for sure, as this is still anyone's game here.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat here from the live stream, and the chat is rooting for Team Bloxy Cola, which looks like the home team here.
That's good to hear here.
They're rooting for a comeback.
Another pass up the middle. They've got to come back quickly. Minute and a half on that clock. And Chafe's had to do a lot of work as the goalkeeper here. Okay, Dragon gets possession again, and the passing seems better from the green team thus far. A chance for Roby. Too high. And he gets spun out of control as the ball passes back.
Almost gets the backboard shot for himself there. That would have been one heck of a pass.
Self-assist.
Yeah.
Stat padding.
1 minute left to try and tie up this game. And at this point, I mean, you're oftentimes just thinking about trying to keep possession of the ball, run down the timer. Every second continues to move in the favor of the team at advantage.
Yeah, this is an intense game. And as we've mentioned, these are some of 10 of the best players in all of Roblox. Each one of them deserves to be here in their own right.
But for these players, this is another game where a lot of them said they weren't experienced. They had to learn it for this match. Another chance at a goal, but the keeper's got it. Shafe doing so well to defend, but he just needs some offense.
Just a little overshot. And that is important to note here. We're warming up with some of their least experienced
This could be the
games
tie.
here.
This could be the tie.
Oh, and the steal over the shoulder.
Oh, they got it back.
No, he gets it back.
Just in the nick of time. He's tied this game up.
Oh, man.
This is intense.
30 seconds on the clock. This becomes anyone's game now.
Oh, gosh.
Death Eagle is hyped. I like that.
It was. We'll see if we see the tiebreaker out of this one. 30 seconds is enough still to score.
That's the question. Roby and Jay in a competition for the ball. Roby takes it back, trying to make his way up the court. A pass out wide, a shot, an opportunity for Da-Da-Da-Da, and the game, but it's saved yet again from Shafe. Excellence from the goalkeeper.
Oh, man. Intensity is high behind us for the players. They are aware of what's at stake here. This is a lot of points for the
wide open
team.
lane.
Oh, and it
Duddy-dud. What a steal from him. 4 seconds till we tick into overtime.
Oh, boy.
And the time is up.
Oh, no. So I believe we're not playing the rules today. We'll not be having overtime.
You're right. It is just going to be a tie here.
Tie scoring, which means equal points for both teams.
Great comeback by Bloxy Cola.
Yeah, seeing some of the reactions from all the players here.
Yeah, we are. All right. I think we have seen the conclusion of our first soccer game. As far as I understand, unless the voice in my head tells me something different, I believe we saw a tie. But no, we're seeing a kickoff here. We'll have to
You hear
see
how
here.
passionate the players are. Everyone is getting active in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the folks at home can hear what is this tiebreaker extra. We'll see if they're playing the extra innings. Oh, and these are free kicks here.
Still 3 kicks left for each team.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we are doing the free kick rule here. All right. That was a change from what I understood here. So as we see in the left there already, looks like the home team is up by 1 goal here, but more goals to go during the free kicks.
Let's see if we can take a look at Roby. His chance, left
Oh!
side. Nice goal.
That was clean. That was
Great
clean.
fake.
And guess what? We're back to a tie here.
Yes, we are. 2 shots left for each of these teams. Lime, his opportunity. Antarell on the defense.
Oh,
wow.
Misses.
It's it. Just over the shoulder.
And on Lime, retakes the lead for his squad. Another chance here. Dud-a-dud. Left side. Blocks
Wow.
up the
They
keeper.
are
Save.
just trading
No.
goals.
And no one is missing today. 5-4 for the home team. Last chance for away here. Saved, though. That's very good from Antarell.
So here we go. The final kick. This is it. Antarella to bring it home.
To tie it or to lose the game. All pressure's on. Oh!
Oh, that is a goal here. That
Tied
gets it.
again.
Sudden death. First team to get ahead wins in this one.
All right.
Antarell
And that's it.
misses. And it's a goal landed
No.
for the home team. Now another chance to bring things back here. Icy, the game in his hands.
Oh!
Save.
Safe again.
Wow.
They were down the whole match.
Oh,
Thanks
my-
to an excellent goalkeep, they bring things back and take the first round of Super League Soccer. What a sick way to kick off this game.
That was, and we saw a lot of modes. It was a fast and furious game. We saw the overtime and then extended overtime as the skills of these folks truly is unmatched here. But we do have a win for the home team, which is huge. Starting behind in an 0-2 in the first minute of that game, they pulled it out in the extended overtime free kicks. So that was exciting. I think it's time to check out these scores and see where we stand after that match.
Death Eagle looking good on the winning team after being our winningest player from DTI as well.
Yeah, it's true. And we see Jay as well in that team. So this is a strong start for the folks who are already in the lead here, winning that match 1. As reminding the folks at home, though, we are going to mix it up. These are fully randomized teams for 3 sets of soccer. Although at this point, I think everyone's pretty excited to play as they do seem equally skilled in this competition.
Honestly, that was a lot closer than I expected.
Yeah.
It's clear that I think compared to when they gave us the info that, hey, like most of us haven't played SLS, they put in some work to go into it. And even throughout the game, really, I think built into it.
Yeah, very impressive teamwork, some amazing passes, some on-point shots. And like you said, Mimi, it really looked like it was over in the first couple of minutes for the away team, but the home team pulled off the unthinkable.
You guys got
Good for
any
them.
MVPs from that first round?
Boy, it started off strong, and I would say Dud setting a good pace for that one in the beginning
Couple
was
good
a big
goals from
score
him.
of those goals. Yeah, we saw a strong start, but again, unfortunately, his team did fall a little short in the end. But really a good player. Again, Death Eagle showing again that he truly is a strong competitor in this game, and I think we're going to see him excel in a broad array of games today. He has a very serious track record of being one of the best. So we'll see if he can keep that up today. Nerves is a big part of today.
Absolutely, absolutely. I do think these early games are a good way to just get comfortable on the stage, feel things out, especially a team game like this. It's a little easier to just be a part of the group, feel a little bit more together than the competitors than just every single win being about making a step up ahead of them.
Definitely, yeah. It definitely takes a lot of pressure off you. You know, you're not just out there on your own. And just to go back on my favorite player for the game, I think was
Please.
Shafe at the goal.
Yeah, I have to
Really
agree.
made some clutch saves.
I mean, his team has a lot of him. He had to protect that goal
Yeah.
so many times in the first 2 minutes, and
Yeah.
then he's one of the guys that hit the penalty kick at the end, too, to bring things home.
Yeah, we talk a lot about the mental game in these competitions. It's a long day with a lot of competition. You got to not let yourself get down. I know there's a handful of folks back there who are going to be feeling the burn of a loss here, and not as high of a fashion score as they'd like, but it's never over. Again, qualifying from some of the other games, it just doesn't matter. Put it behind you. You got to keep the attitude. Momentum can't destroy you. You got to let yourself turn it around here. So, fantastic start from the folks here. I look forward to a day of good games ahead of us.
And I do as well. It seems like the players are just about to get into our second game, just picking their teams. Reminder, things are getting scrambled up a little bit. We'll have different players on the home and away. So an opportunity for any of these players to put another 20 points on their board, as it looks like the players just hopping into the lobby now. We get underway for our second round of Super League Soccer. And in the center field, Dud and Roby, the ones to kick this off.
After that first game, I'm really excited now.
Yeah, we'll see who can shine here. Again, And if they can keep their form strong here, again, we're seeing a lot of deep passes, but a hard cluster of all the players. Really want to keep that spread. All right, here we go. Our first breakaway. Do they have the stamina to go across the board here? The home team could come into a strong initial lead.
Flicks too wide to the left, and Benedad misses that shot out to Icy. A tough one there.
Yeah, and that's not going to stick there. Icy playing goalie this round, switching it up from offense in the last one. He's going to be the anchor man to stop those points from being scored.
You get that slide tackle every 3 seconds. Got to be precise at when you're trying to steal the ball. Poke, a chance for him against
Lots of
Icy
stamina.
again.
Full breakaway.
Right side, it's too high.
Ooh.
Oh, he nearly had another chance as well.
Taken by the goalie,
out of the
Icy.
way.
Great work.
Good work by the goalie. You got to catch that. You got to get them, charge them down, get the ball. If they're within the goal zone here, you have the power. Make sure to capitalize on that and ensure you don't let them get again. But wow, the home team unrelenting on offense here. I don't think away teams even had a shot on goal yet, while the home team has had full control the entire time.
Cross.
Yeah, good spin there, using those abilities wisely.
Nearly there. Icy saves it at the last second.
Gosh, Icy is just the ice wall here, not letting anything get in.
Another pass in. They just keep going. Poke, third chance of the game. This one
sticks. I mean, that is unrelenting here. Good work from Poke Dragon. I mean, they're going to have to step it up here. You can't rely on Icy this hard to just stop every shot here. We've already seen 5, maybe more shots on goal here. One was bound to go in.
But every kickoff, another chance. Roby in possession, and for the first time, a bit of offense going. The Death Eagle has possession, switches back towards Max. Goal somewhat open, but the defenders do well, and they push it back the other way.
Yeah, all right here. Can this happen for the away team? As again, they lose control of this ball so fast. Okay, here we go. We got a breakaway here finally.
Great cross.
Oh, and look at that.
Amazing
Players down the field. They are ready. No offsides in this one. Roby, time to shine. Pull it back for the team.
Nice
yes,
fake.
And look at that cross up. That is what you want to do. You want to bait one direction for the goalie, make them use the dive, and then switch real hard, real fast back to this side of the goal.
I saw somebody on chat earlier asking Roby to lock in, and it looks like he read the chat and sure did.
Yeah, Roby is, again, a master gamer and a developer on his own. He knows every element of the Roblox world, creation as well as playing. Wonderful stuff.
Roby, one of those players who said he had never played SLS before qualifying to this event. Clearly learns quickly. You got to in this competition. Roby again in possession. Chance for back-to-back goals from this man. Can he make it happen? Defenders on him. A pass back wide towards mid, but possession changes over to Lime. Steal again. Roby might have it back here. Death Eagle, no, stolen. They keep getting so close, but the defenders doing well here from home.
Yeah, Poke Dragon doing a good job here, actually shining in this game too here, coming to play for the home team. Wow, that goal!
Wow.
Through 4 or 5 defenders, the Death Eagle threads the needle. The one European at this event. You know, you'd think maybe a bit more of an expert on soccer. No, he's that's his favorite team. Said a Lithuanian basketball team. Still showing up in soccer regardless.
Yeah, good to see some life out of the away team here, who now pulls ahead 2-1, which just shows you it's not about the shots on goal, it's about shooting accurately here.
Okay, got a little fancy.
Here we go again, Roby.
Oh man, Roby showing he came to play in soccer.
Oh,
gets the short guy from the goalie.
That's brutal. He dove just past the ball. Nearly made that save. Bit of a heartbreaker for Shafe.
That's his second goal. Can he get a hat trick this game?
Yeah.
That would be impressive.
I know, their team now up 3-1, just like that. What was looking as a rough scenario for the away team to start this is suddenly on fire. Home team's got to channel up what they were doing at the start of this and see if they can get that offense flowing. Oh, gosh, and a missed pass.
Is this another opportunity? No. Goalkeeper's just going to take it and push it back down the middle of the pitch.
All right, we'll see here. Things get a little quieter here as the teams kind of cluster. Can they get the breakaway?
Here's another opportunity for the Death Eagle.
Good spin,
shot
good spin.
left.
Wow.
Oh, and he's there.
Nice save.
Shafe, he's so impressive on the goalkeeper.
Yes, yeah. Great job keeping my goal coming from the first game.
Yeah, that last second save here. Again, you don't want to be staring down the Death Eagle with this soccer ball. He comes fast and furious.
Man, Shafe is on point today. That's another save.
Yeah, the goalies are doing a good job in this game. Offense is pretty unrelenting in Super League soccer. So you got to be on it. Here we go.
Icy, this is your chance. And unfortunately, Duddy Dub just better in that position. A great bait out from him, and that should tie this game back up.
Yeah, you know, it's hard. You can't blame the goalie in that situation. When you've got a one-on-one with that much time, it should be the offense's ball here. You need a defensive player to be there with you.
And that's the issue. We've seen a lot of these teams clumping heavy for the offense, and that can work well, but sometimes you take risks with that. You have no defenders, and your goalie gets kind of left out to dry.
Yeah. All right, closing into a minute left here. The score is 2-3, and again, anyone's game. I'm shocked. No blowouts happening here in soccer. We are seeing fierce competition. And can the away team pull it back? No, they lose it.
Oh, they have it back, though. Lime has a good pass. Goes a little wide to Duddy Dud. Off this left side, it's a tough angle to get a shot through, and the pass is not in time.
Beautiful. You need that from your defenders there. A strong offense. Force the pass. Force them into the corner.
Oh, Roby, a shot maybe here. Can he get dove on in time?
Oh, nice pass to himself. Oh.
You see that attempt of the self-assist backboard into a sliding kick? He almost had that pulled off.
Very smart move.
Yeah.
Jay just missed that slide.
Dud might go for a second goal in a row.
Here's his 1v1 against the
Tying
goalie
it up.
left side.
Hey, he ties it.
Duddy Dud lands it again. He's on fire this game.
Yeah, quick, short shot. The goalie wasn't ready for it. Overshot the dive and could not get the defense. We are closing in to a potential tie on another 30 seconds remaining in this round.
I mean, you can see the two forwards on the team, each with 2 goals. A great choice in their position.
All right. What are you focusing now? You think you want to play defensive or go all out here in the last 30 seconds knowing you've got a tie game?
You got to go on the offense.
Yeah.
Duddy Dud knows it.
These are the best players in the world.
Yeah, it's true. Go for that win. Don't risk it in the free shots. You don't want to have free kicks.
Lime wants his chance here. Poke Dragon keeping possession for home. Is there anyone to receive that? Up front, Duddy Dud.
The striker.
Could he close it out?
The striker for Bloxy Cola.
Oh, narrowly misses out. And with only a few seconds left, it goes back down the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, that was a hard, low probability goal there, but the ball's moving down.
And it's overtime.
And it's over. Again, another tie into the free kicks. Let's see what we got here.
Poke Dragon bait down.
Oh, that was
great
a
movement,
strong bait. Pulls the goalie completely out with a whiff dive and gets an easy tap in. Death Eagle here. Let's see if he can continue his streak. And boom, that is that patented crossover from the Death Eagle. He has got a good look here. Really baits goalies well.
He makes it look easy.
Good
Yeah,
on
he
these
does.
goals. Chafe, the goalkeeper, hero of the first match. He's good again. 2 goals in a row for home.
Yeah, you can see they've really developed a better strategy here, going again in overtime. They've all had some practice.
Man.
Oh, they definitely learned from game 1. No one is missing.
Ooh, Icicle
safe, though.
misses one there. That's a
Yeah.
little rough. The goalie finally coming out here, not as warmed up as the rest of the players.
Oh, he had a chance for redemption, but Duddy Dud sneaks it by. 3 goals landed in a row.
Yeah, this could be time for them to really shut this down. If this goalie pulls off this defense. Oh, and he does! This is now a dangerous scenario. Do or die.
Shea far and away looking like the strongest goalie today.
Definitely.
All right, if he puts this in, it's game over.
Icy, tough position, can't save it.
Wow.
4
Just
goals
like
landed,
that.
and that's
And it is
game.
over.
Home team.
All right, so we got on this team, Antarel, Death Eagle. I don't know if I saw the names here, but we're going to see it shortly after the judges tally up some scores. We will go back to the board and show you guys where the standings are. But here are our players here. Fantastic performance from everyone. Some spirits higher than others.
Shafe only got 16 points in DTI, but thus far, he's won both matches here in Super League Soccer and is starting to compete with some of those top players now. Goes to show there's always time to come back here.
Yeah, and again, you're never out here. Again, we've got many games on our way on what is a crazy Roblox octathlon today. But let's see those scores from match 2.
All right, so a couple players undefeated here. Lime, Shafe as well as Poke Dragon are all looking good there. But Lime and Shafe, the 2 members to win both matches back-to-back in Super League Soccer.
You know, and the folks needed that. I'm seeing a lot of the current leaders on the loss for that round. So that means the points are swinging back to the folks who need it most. An impressive display here on round 2.
Yeah, those guys trying to go 3-0 into this third round if they even can end up on the same team. Again, it's randomized every time of how these teams lay out. So we'll wait for the players to shuffle back in and have one last round here in Super League Soccer. I'm liking the development we're seeing throughout. I think they did a much better job this time of setting up for some of those passes, especially the home team.
Absolutely, yeah, the whole team. I mean, Dudda leading as striker, scored 3 goals that game, along with Shafe's amazing saves. Definitely deserved that win.
Yeah, you're going to be happy to have either of those guys on your team going into the last round. Still some players who have yet to take home a game here in Super League Soccer. Icy, Poke Dragon, those guys definitely have the pressure on them as we head into this final round.
Yeah, they'll need it because they had such a strong showing in that first round here. To fall in Super League Soccer is a little rough. But hey, it's a whole day of competition ahead and not the last chance here. Well, folks, this was an exciting one. Super League Soccer has been a wonderful game here. Some fun facts about Super League Soccer. Please. It is one of the top sports games on Roblox. And actually, the governing body of soccer for North America, Central America, and the Caribbean actually released a mascot through Super League Soccer specifically. That was their major announcement. So it's exciting to see these actually large governing bodies using Super League Soccer as a way to talk to their fans and do some major releases. So it is a legitimate and recognized game in the world of soccer.
And up there with some of the iconic Roblox games we're playing today, the super classic ones like the way we're ending, of course, with Tower of Hell. This is a relatively new game, but it's definitely taken off very quickly. Similar vibe to Dress to Impress.
Correct.
let's take a look back and see some of the highlights from that second game. It was a very exciting one here, NU.
Yeah, taking a look here. I can't tell whose costume that is, but there's
That's
Roby.
Roby.
Yeah, Roby coming in strong at the beginning with 2 goals, right? So unfortunately, he has not won a game.
Yeah, that is painful to see. Such strong individual play here, but could not actually eke out the win. Look at another breakthrough, and that goal was beautiful.
That was beautiful. I love that one.
Yeah.
You got to feel bad for Shafe there. He dove just past the ball. Almost had that one.
To get past Shafe, I mean, it's not an easy task, so Roby's 2 goals are very impressive.
Yeah, Duddy-Dud as well. I mean, I feel like we can't say enough good things about him in this one. He's looked so good on that offense.
Yeah, definitely needs to continue playing the striker for the next game.
Yeah, we've got some good stuff here. Maybe we can learn a little bit more about our players here. We're
please.
taking a brief pause here to get our next game ready. I know they've come from a lot of different places all over the world, or some are from around the world, some from Canada, and a handful of them all from here in America.
Yeah, I believe we have a Canadian, and then we have one guy, the Death Eagle, coming from Lithuania. Everyone else here is living in America. We have a Korean American as well, born in South Korea. So a pretty diverse group of guys here from different places around the world and around the country to come out and compete today.
Yeah, we had some fun stuff. The Death Eagle on camera right there, a really impressive player. Not only did he come all the way from Lithuania, he actually turned 18 on the plane ride over 2 days ago, which is required for this competition. So we were excited to see that. That was fate. What did you do on your 18th birthday?
You mean yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. That's right.
I don't remember.
Yeah, no one does, but I bet you didn't compete for $1 million. So that is an exciting twist on an 18th birthday that a lot of us don't get a chance to do.
No, I'm very jealous. I'm very jealous of these guys.
Yeah, well, I think they put in the work, and it's paying off here. Nothing like a couple thousand hours of real playtime dedicated and focused on the skill. And really, the competition itself, the hunt, was a wild competition.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about the qualification? Because it was very different than how we're actually playing the games here today. A lot more about solving puzzles and having to do some really challenging stuff to make it through.
Yeah, absolutely. Playing through 25 events, these contestants, as well as 100+ million, had to compete over solving intricate puzzles, solving clues, solving tests, and actually dealing with a handful of missions across all of these games. The competition took over a week and hours of gameplay, and it was really a collective thing. We had some pretty master puzzle solvers build these internally, including a handful of PhDs within the company who specialize in puzzle algorithms. And what's wild about that, some of our top players here actually completed those puzzles over twice as fast as the PhD masters internally at Roblox who helped construct them and peer tested with each other. So really like unfathomable talent when it comes to completing complex puzzles.
Yeah, I think it's so cool as well. Some of the different backgrounds. A guy like Icicle here, he's native to the area, grew up in the Bay, but he went to college for robotics, and he said like one of his biggest hobbies is like web puzzles, is riddles, is trying to solve challenges like that. As I imagine, looking at robotics would be a similar thing there as well. So pretty cool that he got to cash in on that skill set, but now gets to show a pretty different one with actually playing a competitive game and coming out here. All these guys have had different backgrounds. They've obviously played a ton of Roblox, but for most of them, this is going to be one of their first times playing an in-person competitive event like this, and certainly will be the biggest one any of these guys have ever played.
I like that you guys just gave out some facts about where the players are from, because now the chat is going to supporting their home countries with Lithuania, the US, and Canada, along with Team Bloxy Cola or the Witcher's Brew. So a lot of competition in the chat as well. Very exciting.
Yeah, we have 2 Canadians as well. Poke Dragon hailing from Saskatchewan, and then another player in here, Anonymous Lime, coming over from Ontario as well.
I'm rooting for Canada.
Yeah?
Canada. That's where you're living right now, and you. Yeah.
Yeah.
The folks don't know.
First time revealing it.
Okay. Now we know.
No one could ever guess. I imagine, are you rooting for Lime then? Another guy from Ontario?
I am rooting for, honestly, I'm rooting for Roby. I think he deserves some points in this competition. He's been doing really well, scoring the goals, so I hope to see him win the next game.
Yeah, a lot of our players, when they talked about their expertise, I would say the most common games they told us was Tower of Hell. Tons of Obby players, you heard it in the intro.
Yeah.
And Rivals as well, our penultimate game, the first-person shooter arena game there. So for a lot of these guys, it's a matter of being great and being confident in the later stages of the tournament, but you still need to make it there. There's 10 players in this competition. 6 are going to get eliminated in this qualifying round. And even then, you have to play a driving game before you even get to some of the ones you're going to be the most comfortable with. And even when you are there, it's going to be the highest pressure you've ever felt playing those games.
Yeah, as a reminder from the folks at home, we are a couple minutes, or hopefully seconds away from our final game of Super League Soccer, and this will be the first time we progress a player. So the first rounds of this are going to be a progression based, as you heard from us earlier. But just a reminder for the folks just tuning in here, we're going to be closing out one more match of Super League Soccer, and we will progress our first player who will be in the top 4.
Our players that we're looking at to be the most likely